One thing you find most annoying at Indian weddings?
My sister got married in February. Her name is Samantha. I think I was playing a version of Tara at that wedding. And I was just like, man, it's a lot of work and it's not fun.
I rarely go.
Oh, I've also actually attended the last wedding 10 years back.
I don't like anything about them. I hate going to weddings.
It's so strange. All of us played wedding planners and nobody likes anything about
yeah,
wedding.
I hate the fact that clothes like are such a big deal and you have to think so much about what you're gonna wear and like I like the food.
Yeah, I like the
That's about
Golgappas.
it. Yeah, food is.
Golgappas are good, wedding bad. I'm going for take 2 now.
Yes, let's go. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me on the Quint. You know, when I spoke with the directors earlier on the day of the trailer launch, they said that season 1, when they were doing it, they weren't too sure how it would land, right? Because it was very different from what we had ever seen before. Did you guys sort of feel that as well, or were you guys very confident that it would be received like it was?
I don't think you can, I don't think you can say, right? Which, it's our job to make this thing, and how people receive it, it's up to people. So I personally can't say.
I think I believed in it because the moment I read that, I could finish it in one sitting and I was fully entertained and I really enjoyed it. So I felt that
100% agree.
I was like,
Of course,
this
right.
will be a massive hit.
Yeah.
But then finally, when you're doing the work, you're just doing the work and you're doing
Exactly.
the best you can do.
You don't know
And
what's
not
gonna
really
happen.
thinking about how this is gonna land or what it's gonna do.
Okay, the other thing that they said was in season 2, the characters that you all are playing, the character Graph, is definitely more intense and deeper. Did you guys kind of experience that as well?
I did. I do think that Tara, she's maybe figured out to some extent, if not all of what she is, at least what she isn't, and she's trying to claim her place in society in a way. It's interesting, and I do think there's more depth and dimension to her. I've enjoyed it.
When you get to play complicated emotions, right, that's your dream. So it's weird because you're experiencing pain as your character, but you're experiencing great pleasure as an actor, being given the opportunity to explore those emotions. And there are all those actors that are like, I was so like stuck in my character, I had to get mental therapy and all for like weeks after. It's like, shut up, bro. You didn't even know your lines on the day. Like, what nonsense. So there was never any moments like that for me where I've gone home and I'm ripped apart by the intense emotions I experienced during the day. You try to do your best in the moment and you draw upon something unconscious and then, you let it be.
The only thing that ever gets intense really is an emotionally heavy scene. And those are just like moments that I use to just like catharsize my own life experience,
It definitely gets difficult sometimes, especially with me. I don't know, like I know he said it thoda sa aisa, sarcastically, but sometimes what happens that I'm not being able to tap into some emotion, right? So what I would do, I would not realize it, and I would use some pitara I'll open purana, and then I don't know how to like how to fix it.
Yeah.
I performed and I had there's some unresolved issue I had, for example, in my life. Now today when I've come on set, I'm trying to get into that emotion, and I do like it's a cheat code. Like
Yeah.
abhi ye nahi ho pa raha hai, so I'll
Correct.
bring in some
Correct.
purana pitara mein se, I'll open
Absolutely.
something, and then I don't know what to do with it because I've used it in this scene, but I'll go back home. All I'm thinking about is
The pitara.
the pitara, and I can't fix it.
So
It
that children
happens
is
at
a
times.
is a depiction of the Stanislavski.
Yeah, that is
Very well
emotional
said.
memory,
Right.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what you're using, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Now don't make fun of me.
No, we're not making
He's
fun
like,
of you at all.
I do remember my lines, so please.
Yeah, I was not.
This is, yeah.
I think he was listening very intently, in fact.
I was not
Shivani
referring
has
to
trust
her.
issues, it's true.
The season 1 was really loaded for its representation of the community. You, of course, were lauded for the way you portrayed it. Even today, when characters in communities like that are being spoken about, there's so much chatter about representation on screen. As actors, what is your opinion on this?
Man, my only opinion is that I'm an actor and I will take an opportunity that's given to me if I like it. I've had this thought many times over these 4 years that, the world has changed a lot and it changes really fast. And 5 years ago, I was lauded for this. And right now, I could just be blamed for taking the opportunity away from a gay actor. I think it requires, first of all, gay actors to step out and claim the parts. And yeah, I am about this season though. I am personally really. I was when I saw that Trinetra, we've got Trinetra. I was just like, this is amazing. This is something else now, And personally, like all this that you just mentioned that happened to me, particularly after season 1, I was being called on all these panels and I'm no authority. I'm so grateful that it connected so much with so many people from the community, but I still don't think I have the most valuable input to give when we're actually sitting and having a discussion on the subject.
Again, Made in Heaven is kind of a reflection of a society and the things we see around us. I'm going to start with Jim with this one. Jim, is it at any point while you were essaying the character of Adil, and for the rest of you, your own, did you ever feel like you related to any other character or of your own that was being reflected from the society?
Totally. Tara all the time. I'm serious. Karan, I would have fought him for the role if I had an opportunity. If we could have fist fought in a giant glass box for the role or whatever, pay-per-view type situation. It's a great role. It's so interesting and complicated, and you're fighting an external, outward battle while having to fight it microcosm within your own house, and how it's easier sometimes outside of the house and harder inside the house, even though it seems like the opposite should be true.
There is a parallel that I can draw between Tara and my own life, in the sense that she tries to make this shift socially, like a class shift, Tara, while my experience is not exactly that. I moved from Vizag to Mumbai for my college, and they're culturally very, very different from each other. And I was at an age when I was, I think, easily influenced, and I wanted to belong, and I didn't know how. I was scared, but I was hustling, and there was innocence, but also like all those emotions. I remember, like, the stakes are not that high as with Tara, but I remember that feeling of wanting to belong.
Has it changed now for you? Do you feel like you belong here now?
I have lost the desire to belong. I'm okay. In fact, I think there's great liberty in just being a free radical, finding your own path.
Very quick questions, the faster we get to them. We're going to just quickly start with Jim. One thing you could change about wedding?
All weddings, all types of weddings, any type of wedding you want. Two people who want to marry each other, superb, go for it.
I would ban the relatives, yeah.
Ban relatives.
I would ban the relatives. It should be a very intimate setup.
शिवानी के चाचू चाची आप अगर सुन रहे हैं तो
I can't get
आपको
more
शादी से
It'll be
ban
more
करेंगे।
intimate and nice.
I would make them all compulsory casual.
The traffic jam they create in Delhi outside. I'm using that, road.
Yeah, nobody is right.
The last one thing you'll never do at your own wedding?
I mean, yeah.
Be late.
I think I won't wear heels or heavy.
I also won't wear heels, so
Yeah.
heavy.
Not treat it like an editorial.
Good one.
I end up missing the food at a lot of weddings I go to somehow, because somehow maybe I've gotten too drunk or something, but I'll make sure I eat.
Last one, Shashank.
I mean, just try to make sure it doesn't, the wedding still happens. So
you show up.
I mean, no, you show up, matlab, you be married.
Won't run away. Yeah.
Or, just kiss someone else or whatever. No, I'm just kidding.
Sleep with the bridesmaid, whatever.
No, these are all things I have not said.
Stop it.
So, no, chances are that, and try not to have altercation with your family, I guess. Because we're all touchy.
I know, but it's hard.
Of course, it's really
That's
hard.
the
Yeah.
hardest.
It's so much pressure.
Yeah.
Tension.
Yeah.
Everyone is going nuts, busy.
Yeah, slapping my
Putting on the
cousins
show.
around, just like,
Alcohol.
Thank you so much, you guys. I know Jim has to run, but thank you so much for waiting.
Yeah.
And thanks a lot for talking to me. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.